In the quiet suburbs of Ridgeview, a small two-story house stood empty for years. The paint had faded, the windows were dusty, and the "For Rent" sign had rusted in place. Locals often crossed the street instead of walking past it. They said something was wrong with that house. One day, a man named Ethan Miller arrived. He was in his late 20s, a freelance graphic designer looking for peace and low rent. The property agent warned him about the house's history, but Ethan just laughed it off. He didn't believe in ghosts or curses, only in deadlines and coffee. The first day went fine. The house creaked, but all old houses did. Ethan unpacked, set up his computer, and ordered takeout. That night, he worked until 2 a.m. The street was silent, only the hum of his monitor filling the room. Then something strange happened. From the corner of his eye, Ethan saw movement in the hallway, like a shadow gliding past. He turned quickly. Nothing. He told himself it was exhaustion. Still, he saved his project, turned off the lights, and went to bed. At exactly 3:07 a.m., Ethan woke up to a soft tapping. It came from inside the wall. Tap, tap, tap. He froze, eyes wide open in the dark. "Rats," he whispered, but the sound grew louder, closer. Then it stopped. The next morning he checked the walls. No holes, no signs of rats. But he found something odd near the baseboard of his bedroom wall. A faint mark. It looked like a handprint, small, pale, and pressed into the paint. He scrubbed it off and tried to forget about it. That night, he fell asleep on the couch while a horror movie played in the background. Around midnight, the TV flickered. The image turned to static, and then, briefly, a blurry face appeared. It was pale, with dark eyes staring straight out of the screen. Then it vanished. The static stopped. The movie resumed. Ethan sat upright, heart pounding. What the hell was that? He rewound the movie. Nothing, just normal footage. He turned off the TV and went to bed again, but as soon as he closed his eyes, he heard whispering. Low, distorted, impossible to make out, like someone speaking from another room through a wall. He turned on the bedside lamp. The sound stopped instantly. Ethan stayed awake until sunrise. Days passed. Each night the same thing, tapping, whispering, and once soft footsteps in the hall. He barely slept. His friends noticed dark circles under his eyes during video calls. "Dude, you look dead," his friend Mark joked. "Bad lighting," Ethan replied, forcing a laugh. By the fourth night, the house began to smell, faintly metallic, like blood mixed with rust. He searched everywhere but found nothing. That night, Ethan decided to record everything with his webcam. He set it to film overnight and went to bed. The next morning, he checked the footage. For the first 3 hours, nothing unusual, just him sleeping. Then, at 3:07 a.m., the bedroom door opened slowly on its own. A shadow entered the room. It wasn't human. It was tall, too tall, and its limbs bent in strange angles. It moved toward the bed and leaned close to Ethan's face. Then, as suddenly as it appeared, it vanished. Ethan froze, staring at the screen. His own body lay there, unaware. The timestamp read 3:09 a.m. Then, for just one frame, the camera caught something impossible. Ethan's sleeping face, smiling. He didn't remember smiling. That was the night he decided to leave. But when he started packing, the house changed. The air grew heavy, thick. The lights flickered and the temperature dropped. From the hallway, the tapping returned. Only faster, harder. Tap, 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 tap. It sounded like many hands hitting the walls from every side. He grabbed his phone and keys, rushing toward the front door. But when he opened it, the hallway outside wasn't his street. It was the same hallway, repeating endlessly. He took a step forward. The walls stretched, the floor bent, and suddenly he was back inside the living room. His phone buzzed, a text from his own number. It read, "Don't leave." The lights went out. He used his phone flashlight to find the way to the stairs. The beam flickered as he moved. Halfway up, he noticed wet footprints on the steps, leading upstairs to his room. Slowly, he followed. At the top of the stairs, his bedroom door was open. Inside, someone was standing near the window. "Who's there?" Ethan shouted, voice shaking. The figure turned around. It was him, but paler, eyes black, face twisted into that same awful smile from the video. Ethan dropped his phone. The screen cracked, the flashlight beam rolling over the floor, catching glimpses of movement. Then everything went dark again. Neighbors later reported hearing loud banging that night, like furniture being thrown. But when police arrived the next morning, the house was silent, empty. They found Ethan's belongings, his computer still on, a video file open on the screen. The video showed Ethan sleeping. Then at 3:07 a.m., the bedroom door opened. The tall shadow entered again, but this time the shadow didn't vanish. It climbed into the bed, merging with Ethan's body. When the footage ended, the bed was empty. No one ever found Ethan. The landlord listed the house for rent again 2 months later. A new tenant moved in, a young woman named Sarah. She said the rent was perfect and the place felt quiet. That night she unpacked, set up her laptop, and worked until 2 a.m. From the hallway came a faint tapping sound. Tap, tap, tap.